guys, Katie Heller here with kidscanreadandwrite.com. Today I want to talk to you about why accuracy is more important than fluency. Now, I hear tons of people talking about fluency, measuring fluency, checking, over and over again how many words per minute a child is reading. And what I see happening for a lot of kids, especially those struggling with processing, memory issues, they're trying to read so fast that they end up guess reading more than anything else. And let me show you what that does if they either don't have the tools they need to read and simply can't read it accurately, or if they're just being trained to look at that first letter and kind of guess the rest of the word. Let me show you what that does. So these are actual examples from some pre-tests I've done. I just pulled two little parts. But this is what I see, this kind of thing quite a bit when students first come to me. And the parents usually are telling me they need more confidence, they need more fluency, their comprehension isn't great. And what really is the problem more often than not is that the accuracy isn't there because they either don't have a good blending technique and or, usually the and part, they don't know all the tricks to read words. So when they go to read something like never rush, the last example I had came out newer Russ. Now if you're reading never rush, but you actually read newer Russ, how interesting is that going to be? Do you know what newer Russ means? If you're reading that, aren't you gonna go, what? Reading is not fun, right? If this is happening to you over and over again because you've got wrong sounds, or maybe you don't see a trick, it's not going to be that interesting. And that's what happens with a lot of kids. They start to read a book, they can't read it because they don't know the tricks, don't have a good blending technique, or for whatever reason, and they want to trade books, get rid of books altogether, go play somewhere else. Here's another example. The sentence was, the sheep is trying to eat. And the student read, the sweep is there to act. Now again, how interesting is that going to be? So what I'm going to say to you is if you've been pushing fluency or speed, make sure before you do that you're actually checking accuracy. Because if the reading isn't accurate, doesn't matter how fast it is, it's not going to make sense. So I would recommend have your readers slow down, give them a chance to actually read it. I promise they're going to speed up when their brain is ready. And once you see accurate reading, you can then do things to help move the blending faster along and get their fluency up to speed, mostly by just practicing. But when a student needs to sound out words, they need to sound out words. Very rare is it for a student to be a slow reader when they no longer need to be. Some people have slow processors and they need to read slowly to comprehend it. Other people have faster processors and that's not an issue. But here's the thing, everybody should read at their processing speed. Otherwise, what's the point? If you can't process it or think about it as you're reading it, why does it matter how fast you're going? You need to go at the speed you can go to, one, read accurately, and two, understand it. So while fluency can help with comprehension if you're reading the right words and no longer having to labor over them, fluency is a natural byproduct of gaining skill. So work on gaining the skills and then you'll see the fluency set in when it's ready. It's kind of like watching somebody learn to walk for the first time. Babies first, stand up and fall down, right? They're trying to get their leg muscles strong enough to walk. Then they start to kind of toddle across the room. But we don't go, hey, run, run. We let them toddle, right? So that their leg muscles can grow. Then they start moving faster, like, whoa, wait, slow down. And then they start running and we can hardly keep up with them. That's a natural progression in all things. When I first drove somewhere that I didn't know how to get to, I was driving very slowly, looking for the turns, worried about what I was doing. As I got more comfortable with the route, however, what did I do? Started relaxing more, could get there faster. It's a natural progression of skill. So don't worry so much about the fluency, worry about the accuracy. Make sure you're giving your kids the skills they need to read accurately. If you're hearing them miscall words, you need to go back and teach them the tricks and a good blending technique and get them reading accurately. Then the more they read, the more their fluency should come in. It comes in when it's ready. Might be slow for a while, especially if your child has dyslexia or some other specific learning disability. So give them the time they need. Help make sure they have the skills. Then you can start worrying more about the fluency. So I hope that helps, guys. Remember, accuracy over fluency. Good luck, and let me know if I can help you more. You can find me at kidscanreadandwrite.com or kidscanonlineacademy.com. And if you need a program to teach your kids how to read and write, well, go to kidscanonlineacademy.com and look for our Black Belt reading course. It has everything you need. It will walk you right through the steps for your child to learn to read and write. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them my way. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Hope to see you next time.